it's already difficult for us to get recognized, and now these out of nowhere just come and, oh, this title, you cannot use it. I'm sorry, but that's the title that is used worldwide.
Montrealer Jasmin Parent's LinkedIn profile, where he networks and promotes his career skills, now says software developer with data engineering. In his header, it used to say data engineer, but the Quebec Order of Engineers came knocking and told him to remove it.
Since I'm not a member of the order, I'm not paying the fee. I'm not legally allowed to use the title, but I couldn't be a member of the order anyway because I'm a self-taught data engineer. I never went to the university.
Parent says he was hired in his job with a data engineer title alongside colleagues who are accredited because they went to university.
You can do that job just as well, or if not better than any of those people.
He says being a software developer or data scientist, as was suggested by the order, doesn't fully capture the nature of his job.
I don't pretend that I'm a registered engineer and I can sing official document, but LinkedIn is just a site to advertise myself and where recruiters can find me, just so I can be out there. I
would encourage him to take advantage of where you've got the paragraphs that you can make a description on what is it that you do. So he can say in there that I view myself as a self-taught engineer. Over the years, I've practiced in the area of engineering on projects X, Y, and Z.
Parent took to Reddit asking the community if the order would go after him legally if he didn't remove the title, many telling him to take it seriously. The Quebec Order of Engineers tell City News in the last 2 years, 21 court proceedings took place for unlawful use of the title. In a statement, a spokesperson says, in Quebec, the engineer title and its abbreviation ENG is a title reserved for members of the Ordre des Ingénieurs du Québec, OIQ, regardless of the field of professional practice. This is set out in the Engineers Act, a law that was passed by the National Assembly of Quebec and updated last fall. It is important for the public to be able to distinguish between professionals who are subject to this type of regulation.
The intention of the order is very good, and it's to protect all of us. But I think over time, we really are going to have to look at this and say, how do we sort of massage the legislation to make sure that we're also acknowledging these new types of education as well? And how do we certify and give people credit for it?
Until then, Parent says his abilities are minimized in the recruiting world.
This is simply the title. There's no other title, and I'm not allowed to use it, which is absurd.
In Montreal, Alicia Rubertucci, City News.